Hey there everybody, Popontop here. Welcome back to some more Fallout 4 mods. In today's mod, we have a weapon mod here. This is the Winchester model 1987 shotgun. It says 1897 here, but the mod, maybe I'm dyslexic and I wrote it wrong, but it's 1897 I guess? Right, this probably makes more sense. But there it is. It's a pump action shotgun. Very powerful gun. This is kind of fully maxed out. We got explosive slug ammo, so if we take a look at the weapon here while it is in our hands, as you see, no hip fire. It's like perfectly tight. So if we shoot, you know, where it's going to shoot exactly, and they're explosive rounds, you can shoot it very quickly. I'll reload. It only holds 5 rounds. I don't think you can upgrade the capacity, but you can spam it quite well. There's a lot of customization and variety to this gun. I do have one small problem with it, but other than that, it is a good gun. It's got that nice reload animation. It does work like the lever action rifle from the Far Harbor DLC, into the sense where even if you shoot, well, I said shoot one shot, but accidentally shoot 2 because that's how fast it is. You have to reload 5 shells anyway, so it's fully auto too. I should mention that. That's why I accidentally shot 2. Even though it's a pump action shotgun, it's fully auto there. Let's take a look at the customization we could do. So you could do a couple different receivers here. Obviously, the max out damage is just the clean looking one. It looks more worn. The further deep you get down in damage and stuff, the earlier you find in the game. Standard barrel, standard stock, no customization there. You could put a sight on here, and they are like realistic military sights, like an ACOG scope. So if you want to snipe with it, you can absolutely do that with this particular shotgun, which is pretty nuts. Especially because you have the slug rounds, which is like, you know, a slug. So shotgun, if you don't know, shoots out a bunch of pellets, hits in a wide spread. A slug is just one solid, like giant bullet. It's gonna hit something. Something like that. I mean, that's a rough explanation. We could put a suppressor. You could put a suppressor and a bayonet, or a bayonet on there. I don't really prefer these. Slam fire is obviously the way we're at now, which allows you to super fast fire rate compared to the pump action. We'll put the pump action back on so I can show that off. And then you got 4 different kinds of ammo. So you can put regular slugs on here if you don't like the explosive stuff. Obviously, explosive does significantly more damage. You also do the buckshot, so that way you are still getting the spread on there, or the regular buckshot with 9 pellets. We'll put regular slugs on here just for a second. I actually don't like the explosive rounds in this particular gun. I don't like explosive rounds too much anyway. But this is pump action. As you see, fast as you can fire it. If you pump it, there's a nice animation for that. And I like animations. I'm a big fan of animations. It shoots fast as a shotgun. I mean, with these slug rounds too, perfectly accurate. That's 5 kills before you reload. Reload's a little long. I do have a quick hands perk, so this is sped up, right? But it is nice. You can't put a sight on it. You don't really need a sight. It's a shotgun, especially when it's perfectly accurate like that with the slug rounds. Maybe if you're using, but if you're using buckshot, you really wouldn't want a sight anyway, because you're not going to engage that kind of range. It's a medium range thing at most. But there's the sights there if you're into that thing. You know, it's up to your personal preference. We'll put something on there. We could put it on an ACOG scope. We'll show that off. We'll just do that for the sake of it. We'll keep it pump action just because I like animations. I value animations over effectiveness, maybe. So yeah, obviously it's an ACOG scope, big old 4x zoom. You hitting things. Let's see if we can test this real quick. We got my nice brick wall that I like to test things on because it just makes nice chunky dents. So it does, yeah. I mean, let's back up a little bit, see if we're still effective. Yeah, hitting right where we want. See, as you see, slugs, one solid nice pellet thing. We're gonna go put the buckshot on here, just to show you the difference real quick. Just to give you the, you know, I like to be thorough with these things, you guys, okay? Let me be thorough.
I got work to do.
So we'll put regular buckshot on, because explosive will kind of deviate our patterns because of the explosions and stuff. I can actually hit a settler. I guess it has perfect accuracy with the buckshot, too. Why? Did I not put the buckshot on there? I swear to God I put buckshot on there. Is there not actually a difference? Let me just finish reloading that real quick. I put the buckshot, right? Did I mess that up, you guys? I might have apologized. No, it's buckshot. So all it does is actually increase the damage, because it looks identical. Because it says one big chunk of metal that hits hard with the slug ammo. Buckshot should, yeah, 9 pellets. It's still a tight cluster though. Like, look how tight that cluster was. Is it because of the ACOG scope? I mean, let's hit fire. I'm just testing this out on the fly. It's still like one big chunky. I mean, maybe. I guess there's like 2 small pellets next to one big one, but that's still really, really tight in its spread. Maybe on longer ranges. Let's just back up a little bit. I'm trying to test if these buckshots any different. Let's shoot up like up here. Yeah, longer ranges, I guess you get a little bit more of that spread, but it's up close. You're like hitting. If you're like, you know, within shotgun range, you'd want to use buckshot with. this closer range, you're just hitting all pellets. Like, that's one boom, things are dead. I mean, your personal preference. We're going to keep the ACOG scope on here because that's going to be fun. But we're going to go test it out in combat, pump action style. We'll do the buckshot. I guess it doesn't have tight hip fire. It like disappeared. It was tight hip fire, like didn't update right away. That's better. That makes more sense. I mean, it's still really tight. I have all the perks upgrading, or steady aim perks. I forget what it's called. But it does make it hip fire really good. So we have really good hip fire. We got an ACOG scope. We're gonna try to test it out on range with buckshot even, because I'm gonna handicap myself just because I think the weapon is actually almost too powerful, and we'll show that off in some combat. Alright, everybody, we have some ghouls over here at the Bedford Station. We're going to use the shotgun here. I mean, that's a pretty good range. I'm going to try to hit this one way in the back. Excuse my poor aim. Yeah, I don't think you can... I mean, yeah, I got that guy. That's pretty far. That's like a relatively far distance. I'm not saying it's forever far away. I mean, but you're actually making somewhat use of the ACOG scope. Like, this one's going to be right about there. I mean, that's still worth probably using the ACOG scope on. Because if they get close to you, you don't want to use the ACOG scope anyway. You're going to hip fire them. Ghouls are a good example of this because I was hoping they'd rush me, but they're kind of being dumb right now. So I wanted to kind of like have to go in panic mode to where I'd have to deal with the fact that they were close. But yeah, you can hip fire that. I mean, this is obviously maxed out perks, so fully upgraded damage, the most powerful receiver you can put on here. But it is very powerful, and this is without explosive rounds, which make it even more powerful. Just hurt myself because I always light this on fire. That gets me every goddamn time. But I mean, it's really accurate. See, look at, like, the hip fire goes weird when you go to the sight. Sometimes it like breaks in the hip fire. It's like a bug where like the hip fire stays tight as the aim down sight spread is. I thought it's relevant. You're still chunking these dudes. I mean, it's doing 200 damage with buckshot. You can make it more powerful and stuff, but you don't really need to. And because it's really, really powerful. And it brings me to the problem I have with this particular gun. But it's not a huge problem, and it may not affect all of you out there in the same way that it affects me. Where did you go? Hello. Let's give you a nice bat shot. Fortunately, I have fast bats. Excuse me while I just shoot this man. But yeah, so this gun spawns on everybody. So once again, we have the tight hip fire because we aim down sight, or we use VATS. Really, I don't know. It's got some bugs where like the hip fire bangs out. But this gun spawns on everybody. This is my problem with the gun. The gun spawns on everybody. So I was trying to play it through survival mode, and I happened to install this mod because I plan on covering it or whatever for this video. And it was just impossible to get anywhere because every goddamn gunner in the entire world, Raiders, whatever, has an explosive shotgun and just shoots you and you're dead. Like from the get-go. I mean, and then if you figure out a way to kill one of them, then you're just one chunking everybody at like fucking forever range if you want. There's one more ghoul over here that lived. Are you kidding me? Where's he at? I mean, look, I mean, give you a nice VAT shot there. Did that not kill the man? There you go. He's dead now. Makes you feel good. But yeah, so that's my one problem. I would like it if it was either there was a way to make it exclusive to where like only the player can get this gun. Because if you want to be overpowered, then you are overpowered. But this ghoul's my friend. Too bad, ghoul. I don't want ghoul friends right now. But yeah, so make it so that I'm getting real sidetracked. But make it so that only you can have this gun, or only you and traders can have this gun, or whatever the deal is that makes it so it doesn't, or make it just spawn less, because it literally spawns on everybody for me. That was the problem that I was having. It just literally spawned on everybody past a certain level, and you would get wrecked by it, because it's a really look at this instantaneously accurate gun that does a ton of damage, even without a huge amount of upgrades, especially in survival mode. So, you know, be warned of that if it's something relevant to you. But if you're like a high-level character, like this character that I'm playing now is, it's not really relevant. You just kind of run through, you have the shotgun, you one bang whatever you want and have a good fucking time with it because shotguns are fun. And it's a good gun. It's fantastic. The customization there, it's really fun to use. And the pump is really nice. The animations are nice. The sights, the customization and all that, just available is good, right? It's not the most customizable gun I've ever seen, but it's still a shotgun and it's nice and fun to use. Just the only problem I have with it is the rate of spawn on it, because it kind of interferes with certain modes like survival mode or just being a low level character sometimes. It doesn't spawn until you're a higher level character, but there's like a point where all of a sudden you become a level and then like shit, everybody has it. Everybody. And everybody's just banging the fuck out of you with it. It's a hardcore gun. But it is good. So if you're into shotguns, this is a really good shotgun to use. It's really fun to use. I'm having a lot of fun using it. But I just had that one issue. So keep that in mind if that's something that's relevant to you. I highly recommend downloading it still for yourself. If you want to do that, check out the top link in the description to the Bethesda.net page. You can download this mod for yourselves. If you guys have enjoyed the video, please make sure to like rating down below. If you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe so you can check out more videos from me. And pretty much other than that, you guys have a good rest of your day, or whatever time it be, and I'll see you in the next episode.